welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, I'm the writer on wheels, and today let's just jump right into it. It's the second week of October, so that means Preptober, and I want to talk about something that I struggled with last year in Nano, which is burnout and staying focused and staying on track during Nano itself, and what I could have done in October to help me better stay on track and not get discouraged or fall off the bandwagon halfway through the month. So let's talk about it. So first off, I want to say that Nano or no Nano, November is crazy for everybody. Just something about, if you're in America, Thanksgiving, it's the start of the holidays. Just everything seems to happen in November. I know for my family, it's my brother's birthdays, both my parents' birthdays. My birthday is the first week of December, so it just literally everything happens all at once. My cousin is getting married this year, so there's the wedding. It's just literally everything happens in November, and I don't know what it is, but that's just how it works. So November is crazy, and the idea that I would try and write a novel on top of all that, why do I do this to myself? Aside from it being, fun, but who needs fun, right? So anyway, last year when I decided that I was officially going to do NaNoWriMo, it was, I think, mid-October, so like the 15th, maybe somewhere in there. It was after this point in the month where I committed to doing it. I, like an idiot, deleted my Nano project from last year on the website, so I can't say for sure, but it was around mid to late October when I decided. So I did not have Preptober to prepare almost anything, and my outline or even my life in November. And what I want to talk about today is not necessarily outlining and that sort of thing, but how to prepare your mindset and your just life in general to set yourself up for NaNoWriMo in November, and how to start strong and finish strong. And yeah, this is a mess of a video. It's what you expect here. So, yeah. Okay, so I have notes, so I'm just gonna go through my notes, and I have 4 different, sections or things to consider, or that I want to talk about. And the first one is starting off on the right foot. Now, starting off on the right foot is Preptober. Basically, do what you need to do to prepare in October, so that once Nano starts on November 1st, you're off to the races. That can be outlining if you're a plotter, or character sheets, or, setting up your Scrivener file. It can also mean meal planning for the month, if that's something you do, or letting your family know that you're going to be writing, and so you can't, go out, or your friends or family, so that you can't go and do all sorts of things in November, or at least you have to cut back. Just letting the world around you know that November is booked. And that's good for a couple reasons. Not only does it let them know to not expect you to go places, but also it keeps you accountable for your word count. I like to remember, was it Isaac Newton? That sounds right. If it's wrong, I'll flash it here if I remember to look it up. But Newton says an object in motion stays in motion. So if you start out right and you get the ball really rolling come November 1st, you're more likely to keep that momentum the rest of the month. So you want to start out right so that you don't peter out later on. Which brings us to the mid-month slump. And it definitely happened to me last year. For a number of reasons. Not all of them related to writing, however, some of them were. But it basically, you get to a point in your book or your draft where maybe you get stuck, or things aren't turning out like you want, or you're just bored, or, something happens and you don't want to finish. And it always seems to happen around the 13th or 14th of the month for me, where this isn't working, this is terrible, I hate this, And I realized last year, so for me last year, this came about when at some point in the story I had a realization about one of the characters. And it was a pretty major change, and it changed almost everything I knew about the story, to the point where stuff that I had already written needed significant changes in order for the story to go forward as it is. It didn't change the ending, but it recontextualized a lot of what I had written. Stuff changed, TLDR. And I basically got stuck, and I couldn't figure out how to go forward from there. And what I should have done was marked where the change was made, or where the changes started, and just gone forward as if I had written it with these changes the whole time, because this is not going to be the draft that I publish. And had I done that, I think I would have actually won Nano last year, which leads perfectly into what I like to call the negativity spiral, which is something doesn't work, and you know it doesn't work, and you get frustrated, and then getting frustrated makes it harder to write, which makes you frustrated, which makes it harder to write, and it's just this negative spiral downward of not good, and it destroys any momentum you have. Now, this is normal. This is common. This happens to everybody. It's important to remember that this draft for NaNoWriMo is your first draft. You just need words on the page. They don't need to be good words. They just need to be words on the page. Editing is for December. And my final tip for staying motivated, is that what this video has been about now? I don't know. Take a break when you need it. I mean, try and push through. Don't just say, I don't feel like writing today, and don't write. But if you are well and truly stuck, take a break, take a step back, refill your creative well, because otherwise you will burn out, and it'll just take even longer to get your story done. This is super important, especially if you've got other stuff going on in your life. Last year of November for me was crazy without going into it. There was a lot of stuff going on. I burnt out mid-November. In addition to having plot issues and all this stuff, there just was too much going on for me to finish in November. And so I took a break and came back in December, January, and I love where my draft went after that, and I love where it is currently. What I had for November. And that is going to do it for me this week. I hope you liked this video. It's a bit of a mess, but all my videos are, and I like it like that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, how are you staying motivated? I didn't even talk about, word count rewards, which is something that I don't personally do. You know, some people will, buy a fancy dinner when they get to 10K, or, purchase something for themselves. I don't tend to do that. It just doesn't motivate me as much as other stuff will. I might, take a break and watch a YouTube video, but that's about it. What do you do to stay motivated? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And until then, I will see you next week for more Preptober videos.